And we're live! Oh. Oh, frick. I'm loud, aren't I? Hold up, folks. Hold up, folks. Welcome in, everybody. I put a gain filter in for yesterday. Let me just remove that real quick. Boom. Okay, there we go. That should be much better. Better, everyone? Okay. And we're live. Welcome in, everybody, to the last day. ... Was it loud? Welcome in, Shiley and Hylian. Thank you for showing up. Didn't I have a beard? I did have a beard. Didn't I? That's why my go live notification was, Carl looks different today. Yeah, I shaved it off. Oh, I gave him that coffee. My face does. There's a reason for that. What do I... Oh, that's what I was doing. I was getting to the floor 100 of Skull Cavern, but I did do that successfully. But in any case, where are my manners? How have you been, Shiley and Hylian? How did that interview go? It wasn't an interview. It was me talking to someone who has been through interviews before, asking them how, like, what to expect and stuff. That went well. He had faith in me. High prospects. Where the frick did I put my tools? Having a big depresso day? Aw. You are right now? Is that what you're saying? If so, I'm sorry. I hope I can cheer you up a little bit. You've been drinking the depresso espresso? I literally forgot where my frickin' tools are. This is highly disconcerting. Did I leave him in Skull Cavern? He's picking up dirty clothes. Hey, cleaning up. Help declutter your mind. Declutter your life, declutter your mind. That's what I always say. Except not actually. I don't say that. But it does help. I do find sometimes, especially when, like, if you're, like, feeling depressed, sometimes that can come from a feeling of okay, there it is. Of powerlessness. So, like, doing something, anything, like cleaning up, doing laundry, picking up dirty clothes, can help you feel a tad better. Because it's like, well, yeah, I feel like crap right now, but at least I'm doing something, you know? At least I can say I got something done right now. So sometimes that's, if I'm bored or whatever, or feeling depressed, I'll just find something to do, you know? I don't need these for anything, right? I've crafted all the recipes. It's always fun, like, picking up on a Monday. No hay. Frick. Picking up on a Monday after not playing for like 5 days or whatever. And then being like, okay, where am I? What am I doing? All my hay is gone. Great. Because I've been neglecting my animals, haven't I? That's right, because last time on, I was going crazy trying to get to the bottom of Skull Cavern without... No, it wasn't without eating something. It was get to the bottom of Skull Cavern just while it's dangerous. I believe that was the challenge. The cheese challenge. Speaking of cheese, got a whole lot of cheese here. But thank you for introducing me to the whatchamacallit, the Among Us Discord. Although, granted, we didn't actually get a chance to actually play some legit games. I had a nice conversation. some nice conversation last night, and I found out that 3 of the people in there play Dead by Daylight as well, and they were interested in inviting me. Yeah. I kind of figured that it wouldn't be actual, like, nitty-gritty playing, you know, but whatever. But yeah, I got invited to potentially play Dead by Daylight with some of them. With Bassie, and y'all work full-time? Yeah. A loser like me doesn't have a job, wink. I'm working on it, though. Yeah, I was hearing that. Everybody, all y'all being responsible adults and working full-time. Gotcha. So I was kind of wondering how y'all started. But, yeah. Alright, I need to go to Marnie's Barney. What am I doing? Oh, that's right. I was getting some of this stuff for, just the polyculture achievement. So there we go. Okay, so this... Yams. I just had to plant all the seeds in here, I believe. There we go. Friends with Steve's girlfriend. Is that the one with the cat? I don't know. I don't know how much privacy they like in their so whatever. So I'm avoiding using first names, although. Gotcha. Interesting. So did it just kind of start with you and then start with you all and then go from there? I think I have to ship them, right? Specifically have to ship them. Sell. Yeah, sell all that. There's a ladybug in here. You can just straight up chomp on a large egg. Nom nom. Don't even cook it. Speaking of eggs and cooking, I made some eggs Benedict yesterday with my mother on stream. Mr. Pumpkin Man, that's me. Hey, Sheposaurus Rex, how have you been? It's been quite some time. It's been like 5 days since we've all seen each other. How we all doing? Crazy. I was just saying I had a nice little cooking stream with my mother. Yeah. There were a couple people that showed up. We weren't totally barren in terms of chat, so it was a nice little stream. Oh, and I need to feed my poor cattle. And I still need to sell... No, I did sell an ostrich egg, right? Last stream, I finally sold an ostrich egg. Yep. Yes, I did. What? Is that... Okay, does anybody notice what's wrong with this picture? Anyone? It says fried egg. It got stuck. Yeah, it keeps saying fried egg. No game, that's not a fried egg. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's dunk that. So let's see, in terms of cheese challenges, I haven't done Yay! Okay, but I want another one. It changed to a refined quartz. Wow, this. Oh yeah, I was say, can I do this? Wait, that's weird, because it should. Refined fried egg? Really? Yeah, that's weird. Because when you go from fried egg over, it should say shipping or whatever. Hey, it turned red. Stardew be trippin'. It do be trippin'. Oh, and of course all my preserves jars are ready because I've been neglecting my animals trying to get to floor B100 of the old Skull Cavern. Okay, so I need to head to Marty's and buy a lot. You finally have enough to make your first fish pond. I like fish ponds. I really do like fish ponds. It's just unfortunate that like fish ponds really aren't worth it for the space they take up. Like they don't give you a lot. But like I like that you that like each one is like a mini quest. You know, you can get different stuff on it. Boom, boom. And Shep, to talk about your shiny hunting thing. I personally, apparently this is a controversial opinion. I do not like shiny hunting. I don't get the appeal. I mean, on the superficial level, I'm like, okay, shiny hunting, it's fun to grind out and get another Pokemon. But like, once you've got the Pokemon, I don't know, it's just not fun. Yeah, just doing the grind so I can, yeah. I don't know. It just kind of goes to show how like quote unquote safe Pokemon is in terms of their ability to just do whatever they want and have it sell. Because when you have a fan base that like a big part of what they're doing is just to grind for dozens upon dozens of hours just to get a different colored Pokemon, then you're good. Yeah, I mean, completing the decks, like, there are games that want me to complete, like, that make me want to complete them 100%, but for Pokemon, I'm just like, nah, I really don't want to do that. Because, like, it's not even, like, it's not a challenge in the sense that it's not hard or difficult necessarily to catch things. It's just kind of like, oh, I gotta go here. Oh, I have to wait until a mass outbreak happens. Oh, I just have to trade it over from the other version. So yeah, I don't know. Has anybody else noticed how a silo can hold 240 hay, but a chest can hold thousands upon thousands? Makes you want to more, but still not able to trade Pokemon again for evolutions. I mean, yeah, I'd be willing to trade with whomever needs it. I mean, I don't know if you're in the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl channel, but Buildman just asked, "Hey, can we trade?" And then they were like, never mind. No one ever plays with you even though they're willing? People are willing to play with you, but they don't? What? Rephrase. I don't think I'm getting that properly. But yeah, I mean, hey, if you want to post in the Discord, I check it regularly. If you want to post in the Discord, hey, does anybody want to battle or trade or whatever? I absolutely will. If I'm free, of course. Oh, the time never matches up. Well, this is true. Like, you were asking me if I are taking me up on the offer to help with Discord stuff. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I always try to be like, hey, I'm free from this time. But then you have to see it and then be free and then react. And then I have to see whatever. And it's just like, it's always fun trying to organize everything. Whoop. Yeah, I think I can do 5 more ores. Boom, there we go. Coal. Gotcha. I mean, yeah, I've definitely had struggles before with other people of like organizing things. You know, the kind of the do you want to do this or don't you type thing. People say, "Oh yeah, I'd love to do whatever." And then I'm like, "All right, this time." And then they don't get back or they don't or then something comes up, they randomly, "Oh, sorry, can't do it." It's like, "I roll. Are you really willing?" What am I doing walking? Okay. So let's go run over here. And let's see what exactly we have to do. I think it is indeed just the golden clock. I want to say that. Yeah. All forage and produce shipped. All 4 obelisks on farm. All monsters slaying goals met. All great friends. All farmer level. All star drops. All cooking. All crafting. All fish. All golden walnuts. All we're waiting for is that frickin' golden clock. So I need a little less than 7 mil. Yeah, I didn't want to do chi beans anymore because I didn't really have the space. So it's literally all about money. Yep, the golden clock counts for 10%. A whopping 10%. Oh shoot. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to get them their deluxe retaining soil on my farm, which requires clay, which that's the limiting factor. Oh, and by the way, folks, before I go any farther, I'd like to just say I am expecting a call from my uh, doctor potentially regarding X-rays that I had to take for um, interviewing for the job in Japan. They want to make sure that you're physically well and that you don't have tuberculosis, which is like, okay, cool. Um, that feeling when you're so rich you spend 600 gold just to mine some stuff. So yeah, I got the X-rays taken at the hospital like 3 weeks ago. I want to say 2 weeks ago, and they said, "Oh, give us 2 days, 2 to 3 days, and we'll send them over to your doctor because he's the one that needs to fill it all out." And then, all these days later, I still have yet to hear back from him. I've been calling the doctor's office and being like, "Yo, what's the deal? Have you gotten him yet?" And they're like, "No." Yeah. And they're like, "We haven't gotten him yet." Nope. And so they finally said, "Hey, we'll look at the stuff. We'll look at if we got it over the weekend. But yeah, we'll call you then." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you." But yeah, so I'm sitting here frowning. So I might get a call today. Hopefully I'll get a call and they'll say, "We found it." Something tells me they're going to say, "Yeah, we didn't get it." And then I'm going to have to call up the hospital and be like, "Yo, what the frick?" Oh shoot, I should have saved one spot of fertilizer so that I can plant a seed. So when I plant the seed there, whatever. Do that, and then do that, and then we can do that. Yeah, I should have saved some one piece of fertilizer to do there. So yeah, I'm sitting there like, bruh, you know, because this is like literally the last thing I need, um, before like I have everything in for the interview. And my interview is February 8th, but I think the end of interviews is February 12th. So as long as I get it in before February 12th, I'll be fine. So I have like 12 days. Something said the 12th, some days said by your interview, but whatever. Still, I'm sitting here like, bro, if I lose my interview because you punks couldn't frickin' like send the thing to the guy that because like all I need to do is fax it to them. Like they took the X-rays, they just need to fax it to the people. Like it shouldn't take that long, you know. I gave them my doctor's name. They should have the dude in the system. So like, so yeah, I just need to. They just need to do that. Then I need to get it, um, and then send it in, scan it in, and then I'll be good. But yeah, I was telling Shiley and Hylian earlier that I had a meeting yesterday. Yes, yesterday. Um, with someone who had the job that I want and is now an advisor to the to the people that work the job that I currently want. And he was telling me at the end, he was like, "Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, dude. From what it sounds to me, like you're pretty much a shoo-in. So as long as I don't get a big head and I just go for it and be myself and don't give stupid answers and don't self-sabotage or anything like that, I'll be good. I mean, at least I'm hoping, you know." What's the fastest way to make money in Stardew, you think? Outside of, like, preparing. You know? Like, outside of just farming and then waiting. What's the fastest way to instantaneously make money? Maybe go to Skull Cavern and sell a bunch of stuff? Because, like, I've got stuff... If I were to sell everything I own right now, all my assets, I might be able to reach it. I'm not sure. Like, sell all the animals and crud. Because that'd be interesting if you're doing, like, a 100% speed run, and you don't care about what happens afterwards. You can just, like, sell everybody. Sell all your cattle and stuff. I'm thinking it might be just, like, going to the Skull Cavern and selling all the crud you pick up, but I'm not entirely sure. So I figured out I had a problem where I would, like, harvest things slower on the left. Yeah. I would harvest things slower, moving to the left than I would moving to the right. But it's still happening. Never mind. I was playing Pikmin with my mother yesterday. And, like, my control stick was messed up such that, like, it was weirdly calibrated. So, like, moving to the left, it wouldn't, like, push all the way to the left. So, in, like, a game like Stardew, where you're either walking or you're running, like, you can't walk with a control stick. Unless you're holding whatever button it is, I don't know. In a game like Stardew, I couldn't notice it, but I thought that was maybe why I was harvesting things slower moving to the left. But maybe it's just, I don't know. Or maybe my controller re-decalibrated. Because I calibrated my controller and it fixed itself. So, you know, that was good. But yeah, it was really weird. It was like, you would have to push it, like, really hard to the left in order for it to go all the way to the left. Dude, she lost a heart. What? Did she go without food or something? They didn't. Yeah, I don't know. She had half a heart. Fish seem to be thriving. I got all the fish that I need, except for the midnight trout. I said screw it with the midnight trout. Midnight carp, rather. Sorry. Pew! Okay, so I want to sell the coffee beans. Because that's one of the things. Oh, did I sell that or whatever? Because the coffee beans are one of the things that I need to sell 15 of. Alright, well, let's go crazy. Let's go Skull Cavern. And grind. We're Shy and Shep. Were you two here when people were trying to argue in favor of me getting a TikTok? Were y'all here? I've been mulling the concept over. I don't want a TikTok, but I'm just kind of like thinking, it might be good for you were not. Okay. It's like, it might be good for like engagement cuz like that's the hardest thing. Getting people to show up sounds vaguely familiar. To me, like, getting people to show up is the hard part. Like, I'm not a pretty girl, so I'd be ooh, a pink cake. I'd be curious to ask some of the female streamers I know if they could ask if they could tell me like what their average like click rate is. Posting good clips. Because, like, I don't know, I find that, like, I had 18 unique viewers, and it's like, okay, so, like, 15 people, or you know, 10 people even clicked on my stream and then immediately said, nah, and I'm wondering, okay. There we go, way down has appeared. Really? You're gonna make me all the way back? I'm wondering how I can get people to click and stay, you know, come and stay. Because I've been using, someone told me that the Hover app, and I had a grand total of one person come because they saw a Pokemon clip, and then they said nothing. They said two things, and then stayed quiet. And I was like, oh, okay. Fair enough. Didn't follow either. I'm like, tartar sauce. Suppose I can't blame them if they're coming for Pokemon. They see that, oh, I'm a Stardew streamer. The old TikTok. Ooh. You're not good enough to run Skull Cavern yet? Kaboom! Like I said, I had like a kind of a passing comment. If I had, or a passing thought, if I like found a voice changer that made me sound really feminine, and then I set up like a VTuber rig and had my voice like sound feminine and gave myself a pretty female VTuber thing, I wonder if I'd be able to get views. Like, it would all be based off of a lie, but I'd be really curious and like do the old face reveal. I think that'd be pretty funny, but I don't think I could actually find a voice changer that would actually work well. And, like, would I be able to pull off a convincing, like, act convincingly feminine or whatever? Whatever that means. Follow my dreams. Nah, I mean, I wouldn't want to do that for fun, but I'd just be curious to see if I were to do that, would I have an easier time getting the views? Watch my health. Oh, for some reason, I thought you were talking about, like, in real life, and I was like, would pretending to be a girl be bad for my health? What? Um. Oh, I was not far enough away. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any foods. Of course. Eh. Meh. Thank you, thank you. I feel like I had a story, like a good random story I wanted to tell. But I can't for the life of me remember what it is. Maybe it was like about RA stuff? Oh, that's gonna bug me now. Holy butt. I wonder if you did the math, what's worth it on average? Cracking open a bunch of Omni Geodes and selling what's inside, or cracking open a bunch of, trading them for ancient troves and selling what's inside. I love the design for the Iridium ore. How it's like a shuriken. Exotic ore with many curious properties can be smelted in the bars. How am I looking on all this? Okay, I need... release of copper. Okay. Mudstone. I'm pretty sure mudstone is the least valuable, if not mineral, than geode mineral in the game. Quartz might sell for less. What else can I do? Yeah, I'm just kind of like at a loss, I mean, I can grab some more cheese right now and go back to the cavern, I suppose. What did I start to do when first getting iridium? What was the first thing I used my iridium bars on? I think... Oh, this is the wrong place. I used iridium sprinklers for like my first investment, I want to say. Oh, that's not... Okay. Sorry, my phone buzzed and I thought maybe they were calling me, but they were not. Snake vertebrae? Snake skull. Like, how did I start farming for iridium? Going to Skull Cavern and blowing stuff up is like your best bet. Iridium gets more and more common the deeper and deeper you go. So that's helpful. Also, what else did I do? Oh, the Statue of Perfection. If you get 4 candles from Grampu when he evaluates your farm at the start of year 3, granted, you have to wait a couple years before he does that. He gives you the Statue of Perfection if you interact with his shrine afterwards, and that will give you what will that give you? That'll get you like 2 to 5 iridium ore every day before the serpents kill you. What's your loadout? What weapon do you have? Do 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 do. I got a lot of gems. Holy cow. The lava katana. Do you have a prismatic shard yet? I'm gonna assume no. Wait, is this all? No, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. No, okay, that's your problem. So yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just simply getting a prismatic shard, which is easier said than done. of course. And a prismatic shard, in order to get a prismatic shard, they'll start spawning at the, come on. They'll start spawning, like, a 1 in 200 chance. Every enemy that you'll beat will spawn a prismatic shard. Lava katana. What do you... Oh, okay. That's what you mean. There we go. All 5 legendary fish. What was I... That's what I was talking about. So, all 5... All 5. No, I wasn't... Stop. Carl, reset. Anyway, as I was saying, there's a 1 in 200 chance that any enemy will drop a prismatic shard once you get to the bottoms of the mines. So what you want to do is just kill a bunch of enemies, whether in the Skull Caverns or just in the mines. I think wherever, like, if you look up wherever the grubs are, like, grubs are pretty, like, easy to kill and pretty quick to kill. So that's like an easy peasy lemon squeezy way to just get a bunch of them. And then the other thing you can do is... No, I think that's it in terms of getting, actually getting a prismatic shard. And then, of course, if you bring it in between the 3 pillars in the desert, it will give you a, galaxy... No. Yes, a galaxy sword, not an infinity blade, a galaxy sword. And that's good. I just bring a bunch of cheese. One thing to remember is that serpents have like a pretty big hitbox and hurtbox. So you kind of want to swing a little early so you can get them. Because they'll hit you earlier than you think they should. And you'll hit them earlier than you think that you should. The Galaxy Sword's really good because like it's got a speed up. I'm not entirely sure if a Lava Katana has increased speed or not. Ooh, okay. Traveling Merchant. So that's my advice. Bring lots of cheese. They're good. Cheese is good. Good as cheese. Or whatever you have that can heal you quickly. And then I don't know if you play on Switch or not. Put your pickaxe right next to the your sword, so that way you can just like switch, like slash mine slash like that. That's why I put everything right next to each other. You can press ZL and ZR on Switch to switch between them. You already do that? Okay, that's good. The other thing is just like standing your ground and focusing on slashing them as they come near. Like, yeah, if you want to get like fancy and be optimal and whatever, the fastest way to beat them the fastest way to progress is just to run. Oh shoot. Is just to run and then, turn around and slash. And like basically run wherever you want to go, wherever you need to go, and then turn around and slash when they're approaching you. But like at the end of the day, if you're not great at combat, if you're not as practiced as combat, then you'll probably just mess it up and die. So yeah, my advice would be just to freaking stay patient when you see a serpent coming at you. Don't panic. Don't freak out. I've seen a lot of clips. Like, it seems like 1 out of every 10 clips I see on Hover of Stardew Valley is just someone going into the Skull Cavern for the first time, seeing a serpent, and then absolutely panicking. And then it's like, well, that's how you... Panicking, just like in real life, is how you get yourself dead. That's not how you solve a situation. That's how you die. So yeah, you just gotta stand your ground, sit there, and slash it as it flies away. Because another thing that can mess with you is if you run around, if you're running around, it can kind of inadvertently make the serpent's flight pattern um, different different because like they might approach you from one angle, but then you move, so then they might like do a serpentine motion. They'll more or less come at you in a straight line if you stand still. Maybe if they're coming at you like at a nice, like perfect diagonal, they might do some weird things, and that makes it hard to predict like where exactly they're coming at you from and when exactly you're gonna like be able to strike. But yeah, that's my advice. I'll give some demonstration um here in a bit. There we go. Got that half a heart back. Should I make a YouTube Stardew combat guide? Which, by the way, oh, Shep, you were saying you were interested in YouTube. Did you end up checking out any of my videos? And if so, how'd you like it? I got my first comment on a video. I posted my Hollow Knight video, and then I got a comment on not my Hollow Knight video, on my Xenoblade Chronicles 2 video. Which I was like, okay, that's interesting. I wonder if that's a coincidence or not. But anyway, so some guy was like, wow, I've seen a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 videos, and you brought up some points that I've never heard anyone talk about. That being said, I didn't agree with pretty much any of your points at all, XD or whatever, or colon D or whatever it was. And I was like, oh, well, at least he's being nice about it. That's fine. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me, as long as they do it civilly. All right, so let's head over to the cavern, and I'll show you what I got. So the other thing, spicy eel, makes you move faster, gives you luck. You want to listen out for the sound. I mean, I use bombs. I don't know if you're... Yep, there. Okay, so one's coming. Keep an eye out. I keep running. Okay, sweet. It's not going to show up. Sometimes they take a while to get revved up and going. So there's one. I'm just standing my ground. I'm actually moving. It's easier for me to if they're coming from the right. Haven't checked out my channel yet. That's fine. Exclamation point YouTube if you want to look at it again. And yeah. I've also found it's much easier to hit people if they're doing it, if they're hit serpents, if they're coming at you from the right or left, because your hitbox is at your feet. Your hitbox is not at your head. So I don't know if I can... it's hard for me to... Because, like, right? If you're coming down from the top, my character model doesn't cover this this rock up at all. But if I come around from the bottom, I'm covering the rock up completely. And that's because your hitbox is located where your feet are. Because that's where your point at space, in space is. That's where you are. And not where your head is. So you can have your character model be here, right? And the serpent character model will be here. And it'll be blocking you, but it still won't hurt. Yeah, because it's not actually making contact with you. So that's why it can be a bit weird if you're if it's approaching you from the top or bottom. You can kind of like mess with your thing. Also, interestingly, if you swing up, you swing clockwise. If you swing down, you swing clockwise. If you swing right, you swing clockwise. If you swing left, counterclockwise. And I think that's just from the fact that the right and left animations are mirrored. Of course, obviously, you can't mirror the top and bottom one, but you can the left and right one. So I'm getting kind of lucky. I haven't found a a lot of serpents. Mummies are pushovers. You just kind of gotta... Oh, there's one, so... Oops, I messed that one up. So you want to... Yeah, one thing... If they're coming from your, like... If they're coming from the bottom left, remember your sword starts on the right and moves to the left in a clockwise motion. So you have to swing earlier. If they're coming from the right, you'll hit them immediately. If they're... Yeah, if they're coming from... Let's see. If they're coming from down here, relative to you, down here, and you swing, you'll start your swing from here, and you'll hit them immediately. And then you'll follow through like that. So you'll swing like this. So if they're coming from here, you'll hit them immediately. But if they're coming from here, and you swing, you have to do it a little early so that they contact each other. And that's what I think messes up a lot of people when they're fighting in the mines and in the Skull Cavern. The fact that you have this sweeping motion. Holy cow. Got him. I just wanted to kill them. I didn't actually need to. And yeah, if you're going for better stuff, it helps to use stairs. Like, if I'm trying to get really deep, like if I'm being sweaty trying to get deep, in the mines, yeah, I'll use stairs there. I'll bring stairs and use them there. But if it's like one of those long ones, there's always stairs, a ladder at the end. So it's like, whatever. And bombs do destroy... Yeah, here's another one. There will always be a ladder at the end of these long ones. And there we go. Yeah, see right there? I don't think that guy touched me. Really? Like, I don't think its pixels overlap with my pixels, but the serpent's hitbox is funky. And another thing that makes fighting serpents a little weird is they don't always fly at the same speed. Their speed is a little variable. They do need to get themselves revved up, you know? So you can't always just, like, you can't remember, okay, when they're this far away, I can start my swing, and then it'll get them. Because sometimes they'll be moving slowly, and sometimes your swing will complete before you're done. Or before the whatchamacallit, the serpent gets there. And if anyone has any questions on whatever the heck I'm saying, please stop and ask me. I know sometimes my ramblings when I'm streaming are relatively incoherent. I have a tendency to be. Kaboom! Oh, look what the cat. Yeah, so if you keep them to your bottom right and you face downwards, you'll always hit them at the start of your swing. The thing is, if they're approaching from the bottom left, you can't hit them with the start of your swing. Notice how if you swing downwards and if you swing leftwards, your swing always ends up on the bottom left. So if they're approaching from the bottom left, or I should say like this, or not like this, yes, if they're approaching from the bottom left, that's the hardest spot to hit them from, because your swing never starts in the bottom left. If they're approaching from the bottom right, face down. If they're approaching from the top right, you can face to the right. See, like that guy, I gotta make sure to swing early. And if they're approaching from the top left, you can face up. So that's the advanced swing mechanics of Stardew. The meta. Thank you, thank you. See, that's I kind of always get like the weird things. Like I'm the guy who opens up Stardew Valley and thinks, "What's the how can I maximize the combat system?" I'm not like, "Oh, what names should I what should I name my cows or whatever?" I'm like, "No, no, no, no. What's the best weapon in the game? What's the best strategy? How can I get meta?" What's the meta? The Stardew combat meta. I would be interested to see like a boss rush mode with Stardew combat. I mean, the combat in this game isn't like awesome or anything, of course, because it's a life, it's a farming life simulator. It's not going to be amazing because it doesn't, it's not made to be, which is absolutely fine. Kind of reminds me of Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, like Four Swords or something. Just this 2D top-down, move around. Just to see him die. I mean, I definitely wanted the latter. And remember, the lower you go, whoop. And make sure you're facing down, and then there you go. Much easier to time it. The lower you go, the higher chance you have of finding iridium ore. But like honestly, once you hit year 3 and you manage to get Grandpoo's approval, he gives you that statue of perfection, and then bada bing, bada boom. You get a lot of crud. A lot of iridium ore. It's like... You're on winter year 2? Okay, so you should be... I don't know how... Like, you can look up online on the wiki exactly what all the requirements are. There's, like, certain things like completing the community center, making friends, making a lot of money globally, like how much money you made in all, stuff like that. Befriending a pet, all the way, that sort of thing. They'll give you points, and then once you get points, a certain amount of points, you can it like gives you... You kidding me? 4 candles. And once you get 4 candles, if you interact with the shrine, with Grandpa's shrine in the northwest corner of your farm, then you'll get the statue of perfection, which gives you, like, I don't know what the numbers are, but I want to say like 2 to 7 iridium ore every day, which not too shabby, right? Waiting on those apples. I was upset because I planted the apple seedlings like first of fall. The apple saplings. First of fall, year 1. So like they matured. Oh wait, no, never mind. Scratch that. I didn't even plant them outdoors. So I'm just a liar, I guess. But no, I got, that was what it, I got the pigs. Or maybe I wanted to plant them outdoors in the fall, and I knew I wouldn't have enough time, so I finally said screw it, and I just, whoop, planted them in the greenhouse. So that's, yeah, that might have been what I was whining about. But I got pigs like 3 days before winter, and I was frustrated because pigs, like, animals don't go outside in the winter. Pigs don't go outside in the winter, and if pigs don't go outside, well, they can't find truffles. And if they can't find truffles, well, no truffles for me. And you definitely need truffle for the community center, like 1 truffle. But you also need truffle oil, I do believe. You don't need truffle oil, that's right. There's the artisan bundle, and there are 6 spots, but there are 12 things you can do. And you can there are 6 artisan goods, so you can put cheese, goat cheese, truffle oil, mayonnaise, maybe like large milk and large goat milk. I don't remember. They're like all artisan goods, or they're any of the. There's also the 6 fruits there, tree fruits. So cherries, apples, peaches, apricots, oranges, and whatever the last one is. So yeah. But it's like the thing about fruit trees is once you need a sapling, and once you plant the sapling, it takes 28 days to grow, so it takes an entire season to grow. And then after you grow them, they'll produce 1 every day, but only in season. So it's best to just like get the greenhouse first and plant the saplings in there, if at all possible, so you can have them ready. Although if you have a fruit bat cave, you can just luck out with the fruits, normally, and just get them through that. But yeah, I'm a weirdo. I take a nice chill game like Stardew Valley, and I try to optimize it. I'm like, all right, how can I make the most money as possible? Because when I do my... Wait, hold up. So there is that vote in there. Let's look at the Stardew Valley channel. Stardew Valley. The vote 5 for evil run and 1 for completionist. So I guess I'm doing the evil run. But when I do the evil run, I'm gonna be like, okay, how quickly can I marry and divorce these guys? How quickly can I be a total jerkwad? Because like it costs a lot of money to. I think it costs like 30,000 per time to wipe their memories. I want to say. Oh, wait, I got pet Maggie. Hi, Maggie. All right, remember, kids. Don't be raising wild animals on your farm, unless you are an expert or you're a wildlife. Yeah, like a wildlife preserve. Because wild animals are not pets. We have domesticated animals for that. Your kitty would rather have cuddles than let you clean. What, I mean, what, like, what does the cat get out of you cleaning, you know? What is it, but versus what the cat gets out of you cuddling, like, let's be real here, Shy. Come on now. I need to put more coal in there. Holy how. I don't remember when I planted all of, yeah, I don't... Oh, I need more cloud. I don't remember when I planted all the ancient seeds on my farm. Like, when are they going to start blooming? Because once they start fruiting, holy cow. I wish... I don't really have access to any snuggly kitties right now. 2 kitties, one of them likes petted. Or, oh, no, this is not what I want to go. I want to check on my farm. One of them likes being petted, but he does not like snuggling. Like, he doesn't want you to pick him up, nothing like that. The other one would be very happy if I stayed away from her. I mean, look up ancient fruit Stardew. And let's see, what do we have? Ancient fruit. Fruit color grows ancient seeds after 28 days. Grows from ancient seeds. Oh, stage 5 is... Oh, wait, no. So this is in stage 5, so it's 9, 16, 20, 21, 23, 20. So I want to say tomorrow, or maybe the next day, is when the majority of these will start blooming. And then, holy moly, we'll be going to town. See, one of the biggest things preventing you from getting it. One of the biggest things from preventing me from getting a TikTok is that stupid text-to-speech woman's voice, like female. My face when my girlfriend comes home, or whatever. It just, I don't know what it is. Y'all, you know what I'm talking about. It's the worst. I have no idea who said, yeah, we're all going to do this frickin' text-to-speech voice. They have more voices now? I should hope so. They're all bad. They're all bad. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's really weird, too, that, like, people would rather... I mean, you have a video, right? A video with audio on it, where this is, like, kind of changing the tack, but a video with audio where you can say things to the viewer. But instead, people a lot of times choose to just point at text. And it's like, tell me what the thing. Why are you pointing at the text? Can you not, like, speak? I mean, if that's the case, fine, but, like, my guy. I don't know. It's just so weird, like, the things that TikTok has bred out of people's entertainment, that it's like, oh, I guess a thumbnail or whatever, or like, it's more engaging to see all the text at once, maybe, because, like, you're, like, looking at all the text and you can see, oh, like, this is everything they're gonna say, like, let me start reading it to figure out what they're gonna say, versus, like, when someone just talks, like, it's less... I don't know. I'm confused. There's a ladybird beetle on my screen. Oh, I remember a mini story I wanted to talk about. What level am I at right now? 7 of the Skull Cavern? It should be on the top left. Should be able to tell you. Now I'm at 10. Boom. The spiral. I hate the spiral. Oh, you're on mobile? Gotcha. Fair enough. I didn't check my desktop privilege. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is why I don't really like watching streams on mobile. I'm like, I can't see squat. Because I'm going to take a wild guess and say you cannot read the chat on the screen. Probably all squigglies. Also, I'm kind of surprised no one's mentioned it. I did announce it in the Discord, so maybe that was why. Does anybody notice anything different about my overlay? My stream overlay? Anybody see anything different? I mean, yes, my beard is gone. You can like kind of make it out. Okay. See, Shy noticed my beard was gone. Very astute, but... Ah! Youch. Eat the ches. I'm on the right side, yes. I switched it. So when you look at, like, my stream on thumbnail view, it like, the viewer count or whatever was covering my face. And the bottom right corner is the only corner in which... I'm on the other side, and a new pumpkin in the middle. Hey, welcome in, Pokemon. No, the pumpkin in the middle... Oh, I gotta do this now. I gotta remember. The pumpkin in the middle's always been there. Case in point. It's always been there. But I'm glad everything switched over nicely. But how have you been, Pokemon? Happy day after your birthday. Bring it on, you darn serpent. Yeah. Gosh darn it. I'm like clearly outside the blast range, but I still get hit. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Down to floor 20. My sister is sending potato soup. Interesting. Oh, can you send the whiteboard, Easel? I completely forgot to grab it. Is it just potato? What else? Is it cream soup? Potato cream soup? Cream of potato? Or is it just potatoes boiled in water? Oh, the night market's open. Let's check that out. Cream potato soup. Ooh. That sounds good. I might just have to wait. Well, no, I can't wait for dinner. Because I got a stream, of course. The doctor's office was supposed to call me in like 45 minutes after I called them. And that was like at 11:30 a.m. Like, I really need to get this thing in. Because they won't let me interview. Oh, shoot, I overshot it. Did I? They won't let me interview if I don't have my health form in because I'm being considered for the early arrival. After this day, I'm going to take a bathroom break, folks. Lupini Original? Not bad. Don't I already have one of these? What year is it? I can check what year it is, right? I want to say it's year 4. If it's year 3, because he sells 9 different paintings, 3 on each day of the night market, 1 per day, or one on each day for all 3 days for the first 3 years. So if you want a certain painting of his, it might show up in the catalog as well. I'm not sure, but if you want a painting of his and you miss it, you have to wait 3 years before you can get another one. Yeah, I'll buy a coffee bean. I'll sell it. Each day, something new. Should I buy the iridium fireplace, guys? Someday? Oh, well, I can get free coffee. Ooh. I do not have my pan. Care for a cup of tea? It's excellent. Cup of coffee, rather. I received a coffee. A coffee. Nah. But what I need to do is go to the dwarf and buy more bombs. And maybe I should just go to Clint with all these frickin' Omni Geodes that I keep getting. I can make a pretty penny selling all this crap. Because I'm, at this rate, if I'm going to go to the Skull Cavern every day, I'm going to be making, or I'm going to be finding more Omni Geodes than I know what to do with. Like, quite literally. Because, like, I'll maybe get, like, 2, one in the morning and 1 in the evening out of the hopper. You need to look into making a geode crusher. Yeah, you get the, if you don't know where to get the ingredient, or the recipe, it's from Clint. When you do, like, one of his special orders. It's fine. It requires, so instead of, like, Clint charges you 25 per, but the Geo Crusher takes a coal instead. So, like, instead of paying 25G, you use a coal, and it does take time. Whereas Clint doesn't, so it's like, you know, there are positives and negatives. He's so sad. He's like, hopefully this doesn't make me obsolete. I'm like, Clint, why do you make me so sad? Alright, I am gonna hit the bathroom. Y'all behave now. Don't do anything regrettable while I'm gone, but to entertain you a bit, I will give you a word from our sponsor. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Did y'all miss me? Time to dress and drag and do the hula? What, is that something regrettable? Sounds fun. Also a lot of work. Kroby. Consider explaining the idea all balled up and wedged in the corner. What, you mean you don't do that? No, Kroby. Humans do not. I hope that all my ancient seeds are ready. That would be legend. Wait for it. Dairy. But more like legend fruity because the milk the cows produce dairy. The plants produce fruity. Yeah, I'm full of it. I'll be here all week. Monday through Thursday. Friday's my me day. Oh, I need to start asking around if anyone has the Switch edition of Stardew and wants to do a chill little... Yes! Oh, I did not mean to plant those. Chill little Stardew farm. Little collab farm off multiplayer farm off stream. Just for kicks. Although it kind of stinks that it more or less locks you to 4 people. It's kind of hard to like switch people in and out, isn't it? Or do I just make up like 4 characters and then have people just log in and pick whatever character they want, whatever of the other 3 characters they want, and then just role play as that character for the duration? God dang it, I was holding A down, and I forgot that coffee beans are also seeds directly. So I planted them all. There, the Geo Crusher can crush the frozen geodes. I saw like a screenshot of a text conversation of like, what happened to my community? Where's the community center? Like, what do you mean? Where is it? It's Joja now. What did you do? Something I thought that was required to progress the story? It's like, I don't know. They made it pretty darn clear to me. It's like, if you buy the Joja membership, it's going to get bowled over. And if you don't buy the Joja membership, you can complete it. Maybe I should have just turned these into ancient troves. But hey, we're committed at this point. Iron ore, basalt. So when I was talking to this guy, lovely guy, about the interviews for this job that I'm looking for, and he was telling me about like, oh, here's how the interview process works, and maybe these are what kind of things they look for in candidates and stuff like that. And he was saying, it was funny. He kept calling it the before times before the pandemic. Um, and he was like, in the before times when you'd go to interview in person, you'd go there and you'd check in, like someone would tell you where you could put your coat, and they'd check your name off the list and whatever, and they'd be like, oh, if you have any questions, like while you're waiting, feel free to let me know. And so he said that there was this one guy, and he described the guy as my mom did my tie energy. And he said the guy came in and he's like, excuse me, asked the person that was checking everybody in a question. He's like, so what are the odds do you think that I'll be placed in like Tokyo or Osaka? Which Osaka, for those of you who don't know, like Tokyo, is a very big city in Japan. And the interviewer was like, I mean, like we do, like, or the secretary, whatever you want to call him, was like, yeah, we do like school. We place people in schools all across the country. Like, it doesn't matter where their location is. So the amount of positions that like are actually available in a very specific area is very minimal, right? Basically, you're probably not going to be placed in. I just sold all my geodes. Oh my god. How much does an Omni Geode sell for? Yeah, I'm thinking of restarting the day. 0G. Yeah, no, I'm restarting. Worst thing was I sold it and then I overwrote something onto it. I'm usually good about that. Heck it, herbs and gerbs time? Herbs and gerbs. What's that? Average value of 96.4 gold if you pay 25 gold to open them. But what about a treasure trove? Or an artifact trove, excuse me. 447.4. And you need 5 per. Herberts and Gerberts, your favorite sub sandwich place. Interesting. Never heard of it. So it is more profitable to get the geode. Yeah, it's a Midwest place. Well, I live in Michigan, which is as Midwest as they come. It's not as Midwest, but that's the Midwest. I live in the Midwest. So it is not worth it to sell. Minnesota. Eh? I know, like, nothing about Minnesota. Everything I was thinking of was, like, Wisconsin. Cheese, Milwaukee. Do I even know, like... What's, like, a city in Minnesota? I'm trying to think of, like, the capital of Minnesota. I'm not trying to be, like, mean and hate on Minnesota right now. I'm genuinely, like, why do I know nothing about Minnesota? I know what shape it looks like. St. Paul? Yeah, I recognize that. Lame. I mean, like, hey. Like, Michigan. Minneapolis. Duh. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, okay, that's a thing that I should have remembered. What's the capital of Michigan? Yeah, there you go. Testament to how awesome and well-known Michigan is. What's the biggest city in Michigan? There's another one. I don't even know why. What's the sell price on these things? The biggest city in Michigan is Newberry? Nah, not even close. I don't even know. Newberry, Michigan. Newberry, Michigan. That's a village. A village in Michigan. Population 1,368 as of 2019. I think that is not the biggest. Oh, you no, stay away from Michigan. All right, Shy, hit me with your best shot. What do you think the biggest geography quiz? I'm sorry if y'all did not come to my stream for a geography quiz, but we're getting one. What's the biggest city in Michigan? Any Michiganders in chat are not allowed to say. There are like some states out there where I'm like, I know nothing about you. Okay. What the Salt Lake City. That's the capital city of Utah. Easy. And you know I didn't look that up because I responded that quickly. Yeah. Now I'm thinking, okay, you're in California right now. Why am I blanking on the capital of California? Like, I definitely know it somewhere in my brain. I think my dad's trying to yell at me from downstairs, but I can't really hear him. Animaniacs. The Yakko or Wacko, whichever one. City capitals. State capitals of the world. State capitals of the country. Sacramento, I forgot. Okay, Sacramento, yes. What about Detroit? I know y'all have heard of Detroit. You can't not have heard of Detroit. It's one of the biggest cities in the country. Detroit. Most populous cities in U.S. Yeah, Detroit's not very popular. Detroit is the 27th. Okay, it's up there, but not up there. Up there. Yeah, Detroit exists. Yes, it does. Because we're the Animaniacs. And we're zany to the max. Detroit! I've been to Detroit. What's the biggest in terms of area? Okay, most biggest area. Oh, it's a bunch of weirdo. By area. Like Sitka, Alaska, Juneau, Wrangell, Anchorage, Alaska. Yeah, they're just it's just cities that's technically span really long, big, whatever. No one cares about Alaska. I feel like every day I'm sitting in quarantine, you know, during the pandemic, just more and more knowledge about the world around me just like leaks out. Someone's like, "Oh, what was it? There was like something like big that happened or something. I want to say like a big event." And I was just like, "Oh, Baton Rouge, Indiana, and Columbus, capital of Ohio." Thank you, Chi-Chi. Good thing I don't really know that song, so it can't get stuck in my head. It was Wacko, not Yakko. Dang. Tiger's Eye. Should I give the Tiger's Eye to Sam? It's kind of funny that like, countries of the world is like becomes obsolete pretty darn quickly. What is Iridium bar sells for 1,000 G. And if I've got, well, I don't have 1,000. I could maybe, yeah, make like 500,000 off of selling my Iridium bars, but oh, that's it. All right, let's not sell this. So, if I may change the topic again, Shep, have you started playing Pokemon Legends Arceus? And if so, I want your most basic surface level thoughts. Do you like it? Yes or no? I don't want to know much of anything about it, but I am interested in knowing that little snippet. I do believe Sam loves Tiger's Eye. Oh yeah, it's my absolute favorite. Hi, Carl. You want to hang out or something? Hey, don't look in there. Why not? Keep walking, Kent. I can't wait until this frickin' thing blows up. Right now, you love it. Where? What? Where'd he go? It's made from iridium alloy. Okay, good. And that's all I'll ask. Guess I'll put all the other ones in here, just for safekeeping. Yeah, I'm like I was talking about with the shiny hunters. Like, Pokemon can just keep churning out the same thing over and over and over again, but people don't care. Because, like, so many people have just made the Pokemon. Dang it. I can feel it. It's close. So many people have just made Pokemon, like, kind of their identity, if you will. I don't even have my watering can. Oh, wow. I'm missing a... Okay, that's something I need to do. So I'm glad to see they're finally doing something different. That's not like... I literally just... That's not just the same stuff over and over and over. And over and over and over again. Because that was, like, what I was really... disappointed with, like, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I'm like, this is the exact same as Diamond and Pearl. Basically. You know? What more did you add to the game? You revamped the underground. That's kind of cool. What else did you do? What? You made it look 3D? With questionable quality graphics? Nice. Love it. And then, like, that was it, right? Because you got Fire Red and Leaf Green. Well, let's do a Pokemon history lesson. Alright. Enough telling me how it is. No more spoilies. Although, you're not really spoiling anything, but... yeah, because it's like... You got the original Pokemon. Right. And then they release Silver and Gold. And in Silver and Gold, they add some held items. And then in Ruby and Sapphire, they add like flesh out held items, and they add what do they add? Abilities. And then in Diamond and Pearl, they flesh out that system more, and they differentiate every move. All right, that's all. Thank you. They differentiated all of the moves. Like, it used to be all fire type moves were special attacks, but then now they changed it so that Fire Punch is no longer a special attack; it's a physical attack, which makes sense. And so, like, when you remake the first 3 games, now you can experience the first 3 games again, but with the improved battle system. Cool. But when you remake Diamond and Pearl, it's like, well, it's the same battle system as original. Like, it's not improved, you know. So the question becomes, like, why did you make this game, right? What was the point of making the game? Because it's like almost the same experience, at least I feel. It's like almost the same experience of playing the original Diamond again. Except now, I don't have to have a Pokemon with HM in my party, which that's like, okay, whatever. It's kind of the trade-off of you took away an annoying mechanic, but you also made the game easier, and it doesn't really need to be easier, you know? But I don't know. It sold like hotcakes, I'm pretty sure. They always do. Part of me's thinking I should have just done some off-stream grinding, you know? Just ground out all the remaining money and then just bought the whatchamacallit on stream the golden clock and then done the stuff. You like watching the grind? Fair enough. Well, I like chatting with y'all. What else can I do? Like, it is like hanging out. Hanging out, bro. Oh, the night market. I want to play. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I want to play that to summon my horse. That's the horse song. Out of the way, Haley. Yeah. Frickin' Lewis. Get out of the way. I think I already have this, actually. I purchased some of my favorite items for this market. Alright, well, let's see if I have the blue-haired. I do have the blue-haired Goral. Okay, so I have purchased all the Lupinis. So I just bought a duplicate. Lupini painted the exact same picture and resold it to me? What? Let's see, what's some crud that I can probably just get away with selling? You know what? I'm going to sell all my diamonds. I don't even care. I'm going to bed. Come here, Krobus. I wonder if Krobus is, like, moist or, like, squishy or, like, you know. What does Krobus feel like? What does it feel like to touch a Krobus? The Krobus. If I could come help you, I would, but I'll do my best to keep you in order. Keep the house in order. Hey, bud. Good old Kroby. Oh. Battery pack. That's some good quality stone. Maybe you can build it or something. He's so grumpy. That feeling when you have more iridium ore than copper ore. It's like, you know, late game, you got all this rare stuff, right? You got all this rare areas with rare ores. But then it turns out, boom, I think either smooth, leathery skin or short, sleek fur, but when you go for a hug, he's super squishy. I definitely think he's squishy. Whatever he is, he's squishy. But, like, I always kind of viewed him as, like, incorporeal, but then, like, that doesn't really make sense, because you can give him a hug. It's like nothing you've ever felt before. Dude, when I played Among Us, though, I was the first time I played it since the update with, like, the accounts and stuff, and they took my pumpkin hat away. I was so upset. Do I still not have the polyculture achievement? How do I thought I shipped all this crap. Yams. The yams are in the ground. Yams and artichokes? Sentient blob of oobleck on legs. Do I need to plant some artichoke? How much artichoke do I have to sell? Three more. How did I manage to... I can plant 3 artichoke, no problem. Alright, toss all these in here. Toss all that in there. Pet the bunny. Oh, shoot, I have a cheese challenge lined up. It's a couple days old, you know? I wonder, like, the fishing challenges, right? Like, the next generation, there's 3 days. They take 3 days long. I wonder if it's 3 days starting when you see it. Or if I went there right now, would it say last day? I do not know. Alright, well, let's see if Mr. Clint wants to cooperate today. Because the artifact troves, they got some good stuff, like, you know, pearls and golden pumpkins and stuff, but they've also got crap like nothing. Like old rusty spoons and stuff like that. Did I finish? I don't think I finished my story about the guy at the interview where he was talking to, and the guy was like, do you think I have a good chance of getting to Osaka or Kyoto? So he asked the person that, and they're like, oh, well, people don't usually, like, there's not a lot of spaces there. The chances that you'll get put there is low. And he goes, oh, well, I guess I'll still accept the offer when they give it to me. And it's like, holy cow, how arrogant. Like, this is a full-time job teaching English to kids in Japan. Not like a paid vacation to Tokyo. Yeah. And it's like, bro, you're not getting hired if that's your outset, you know? If that's your mindset. Mindset from the outset. Yeah, I'm like, bruh. You ain't gonna last long in this world, dude. Got so much crap. Will it let me break open the geode if it knows that whatever it is will stack with something I already have in there? Yeah, it's like, dang. I don't know. I hope the dude said that I had a pretty good chance getting the job in Japan, and I'm hoping he's right. Cuz like I've done a lot of interviews for different positions, like, you know, being an RA in school or in facilities, blah, 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 and given interviews. And like from being on both sides of the argument, like being someone that wants to get a job as well as someone that wants to hire someone that's good, like I've realized that the thing employers want is like just above all else competence and like being easy to work with. Because if you think about it, like one of the competence thing, you know, not necessarily even like skills at the job. Like, yes, part of it is being able to speak Japanese and whatever, but like just knowing like how to be professional and how to present yourself well and how to interact with others and how to problem solve and how to like not have your hand be held or you know do something make the wrong decisions, stuff like that. That's like extremely valuable to like one of the most valuable things to um, employers. And the other thing that's extremely valuable to them is what did I say? Easy to work with. You know, if you're a jerk, right? You could be the most skilled person in the world at your job, but if you're a jerk and no one wants to, you know, work with you, and you're a pain in the butt, like no one's gonna want to hire you, you know. Like it's as simple as that. So I like to think I'm good with both of those qualities. Um, but yeah, especially since I have a degree in Japanese and have taught Japanese classes before, I feel like that would translate well. He said that in like he knew someone um, from New Zealand who was like, shoot, why not? Let's do it again. Let's do it again, folks. Um, and in his interview they were like, "Hey, you have 5 minutes to devise a 10-minute lesson. You're teaching 9-year-old Japanese kids about colors. Go." And I was like, "Oh, that's not killer." And he was like, "Really?" I'm like, "No, not to me." It's like, "Oh, dang." When you're a manager, competency and dependency, I assume dependability, were my top traits that I wanted. Like, be competent enough to understand the job after training and also be someone I can depend on and actually do the things you know should be happening when I'm not there. Yeah. God. Am I really doing this again? Just do the rest of stream. Next hour of this. Oh yeah, I forgot to clip the one where like I fell off at the end, but since I still technically passed the no, I landed on that. But since I still passed um the arrow, I won. Woohoo! That was close. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's like you don't have to be the best person at your job. You don't have to be the smartest or the fastest or the strongest or whatever. It's like, are you going to do your job? Are you going to know what to do? And are you going to make sure that you work well with others? Oh, you left for... Hold on, I'll read that in a bit. I got the gist of it. You left for a couple days and came back and everything was a mess because of gross incompetence and negligence. Like, bruh, what am I paying you for? You gave the store 5 days, you managed 2 stores, you was so upset by the store being a total mess. Things were all put in the wrong places, not folded. Wow. I forgot. The physics are different. They're underwater. Yeah, it's like sometimes with people I'm like, bro, like what, you know, oh, here's a story. So during move-in in the dorms, I work facilities, right? And I was at this point I was a pretty high up supervisor. In fact, I was the head student supervisor. So I was managing a shift of move-in. And during move-in, we usually, like, you know, it's the summer, we would tie the doors open. Like, open the doors, the double doors, and tie the handles together. So that, you know, anyone moving in wouldn't have to constantly worry about opening the doors to move their carts in. But obviously, at night... No! Obviously, at night, like, you don't want to leave the doors open all night because you want them, like, to lock because you don't want the public, just random people wandering in to the dorms at night. It was retail. There were pants that had to be hung up rather... There were pants that had hung up rather than folding. Wow. Put everything in the wrong place. But yeah, so I told one person, I said, hey, can you go close the doors in Holden Hall? Yeah, can you go close the doors? And then it's like right at the end of the shift, I'm checking back, and I was like, did you close the doors? And he's like, no, I didn't. And I said, why not? And he was like, they were tied open. And I'm like, I know the doors were tied open. I wanted you to untie them and close them. Like, what? Like, dude, use your freaking brain. Well, that and there was like, I can rant on and on about like the work ethic of people, of like assuming that this student job of theirs, like, was okay with them like doing homework. Yeah. It's like, oh, they were tied open. So it's like, okay, you didn't think to just untie them and close them. And two, like, if you had not seen that they were tied open before, oh, I'm not gonna make that jump. Like, I would have been fine. Like, he had a radio on him. You know, he could have called out and been like, hey, these doors are tied open, right? You want me to untie them? And I'd be like, yes, sir. Like, I'd be like, yeah, go for it. Yeah, yes, that's what I want you to do. Easy. But, like, imagine seeing, like, your boss tells you, your supervisor tells you to do something. And you encounter a roadblock. So then you just say, oh, well, I can't do that. And then, even though I had asked him halfway through the shift to do it, like, he went, you know, half of a 4-hour shift. He went 2 hours without ever saying, hey, boss, you know, hey, Carl, about this thing. You know? It's like, dude. Yeah, but, like, I had so many people like, oh, this is a student job. Like, I'm just going to do what my supervisor tells me to do at the start. And then once I'm finished with that, I'm just going to go sit down and study. And it's like, no. After you're done with what your supervisor tells you to do, you go back to your supervisor and you say, hey, what's next? I was going for the cherry. You know? And like one time I was studying like on my own time because I lived in the same the dorms that I worked. And I come into my study lounge with my study buddy, and I see like a couple facilities workers, like one of them with like all of her homework strewn out over the table, and like they were wearing their uniforms, and they had their backpack, you know, they had their backpacks, which you're not supposed to have your backpacks on during shift. Like, you're not going to walk around during shift with your backpack on. Come on, like, stow it in the supervisor office. We'll lock it up for you, don't worry. But, like, yeah, they just had it all sprawled out, and I was like, are you on shift right now? You working facilities right now? She's like, oh, yeah, I am. And I'm like, well then, pack up your bags. I was like, well, then pack up your bags, stop doing your homework, go ready your supervisor, get more stuff to do. And she's like, well, I finished doing what he told me to do. I'm like, well, then ask him for more stuff. You know? It's like, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Like, is it that? It's like playing a game with the students sometimes. I say the students, but I was a student too. It's like playing a game with, you know, my subordinates sometimes of like, you know, their goal in the game is to do as little work as possible, but they have to do what I tell them to do. So they try to do what I tell them to do and then dodge everything else. Yeah, those bubbles were bogus. They were bogus bubbles. I mean, I'm sure there was some path, but no. Yeah, I don't... I mean, I get this is like a stupid side, you know, mini game in the grand scheme of things, but like the RNG makes it so like every time that I've died, I've been like, okay, I understand what I technically could have done. Pretty much every time I died. Oh, I understand technically what I could have done to avoid dying. But at the same time, it's usually something that I'm like, okay, no. Like, I cannot do that. I am not robot. It's like right there, I just kind of have to hope that it doesn't dump me somewhere. I didn't see that last straggler. That was literally his last bubble. Stupid whale. like I missed the cherries. Easy. My favorite is when it puts one of those like roadblocks right on the end of a stretch of track. Like that. And then it requires you to do a long jump after that you can only do by jumping up, landing on the roadblock, and then jumping off the road, and then jumping again immediately. Or when you just barely clip the you just barely clip the track on your way down, and then you slip off, and you're like, gosh, darn it. And the ice physics are real weird. There we go. Woo! Easy. I thought I was going to land on the bubble and get a... Okay, what was I supposed to do there? Let's see. Missed that first cherry that early. That means 5,000 points. 10% of my score down the drain. Remember when I was like first started this, I was so optimistic. I was like, oh, you know, I've already got 1,000 points like in the first 5 seconds. Like, easy. That's 2% of my goal in the first 5 seconds, right? How hard could this be? I mean, it's not horrendously hard. It is frustrating because like the vast majority of it, I feel like, is RNG. I'm just like kind of hoping you don't get a bogus stretch. I'm still good. I'm still good, though. It's like, okay, you gotta... You don't even have to show, like, to pick up your order. You don't have to verify who you are. So, yeah, I know you. That's what I got, my freshman year at Michigan State. I was, like, so unlucky. I lived in a neighborhood that was, like, the northwesternmost corner of campus. And, all like, the vast majority of my classes were the southeastern, like, in the southeasternmost area. I had, like, a 40-minute walk across campus one way to get to my classes my first year. So that stank. But, there was, there was a Sparties, which is the because of Michigan State, the Spartans is the mascot, and so Sparties was the convenience store. But you had a meal plan, you could get a little something from Sparties, like once a day, 5 times a week, something like that. And one of the things that you could get, or one of the Sparties had like a grill, so you could get like a hot meal off the grill. So I'd always get like lemonade with mozzarella sticks and ranch dressing, and a banana. Um, and then yeah, every time I would walk up and like, eventually I would walk up and they'd be like, "Yeah, I know what you want." And then the people in the back, come on. Usually the people at the cash register, they print up like a ticket for you, and they put the ticket on the counter, and then they relay it back to the cooks, and then the cooks cook your food. Shoot, and then they give it to you. You wait, and then they call you over, and then you get it. And interestingly enough, or funnily enough, rather, it came to the point where I would walk up to the cash register, and they'd say, "Yeah, I know what you want." I said, "Okay." And then I would go sit down, and I wouldn't have to wait very long, because the chefs would usually say, I saw you coming, so I put the mozzarella sticks in the fryer in advance for you." This is pretty nice. They would cook them up right then and there on the spot. They wouldn't like cook up a bunch of them and then just like put them on their heat lamp. Hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. I didn't register that you got a little bounce off that. Holy cow. I did not want to land on that. That's one of the things that is unintuitive about this game. The if you like jump above another rail, it'll like suction you onto the rail. Like if you just want to snag like a coin from a rail. Like if I want, let's just try to grab those coins. Oh, I went too far. But if you try to just like grab a coin from a rail up top like that, you can't. Your next door neighbor's listening to Metallica. I assume they're listening to it relatively loudly, and that is why you can tell. Are you fine with this, or what are your thoughts on this? Are you a fan of Metallica? No, I jumped the orange. Yay. No! You like Metallica that usually do it to hide the fighting or possibility of doing drugs. Oh, that's no fun. It's kind of weird when it puts the grapes after. I assume you can, like, jump over it still, but it's like you put it after the goal. Seems kind of sus to me. Not getting out of there. Yeah, I would too. Because that's just not a positive environment to be in. Truth be told. Gotta get a move on. Gotta get a move on. Gotta get a move on. We had this play in, like, was that it was like the third grade play? It was about the westward movement, westward expansion of oh shoot. Focus mode. Play later. I did not land on that guy. What? He was below the tracks. Oh. Anyway. It was called Westward Westward Movement, I think. And it was about the colonization of the Americas by European settlers. Which I find it was kind of a weird tone contrast. Because it's talking about, like, you know, can't you see destiny is manifest? You know, manifest destiny. Was it Westward Movement or was it called Manifest? No, that song was called Manifest Destiny, but this whole thing was Westward Movement. But there was a song in there, called, like, The Trail of Tears, and it was an extremely sad song about how, you know, the Native Americans were uprooted from their town and told to leave, right? And they walked on the Trail of Tears to their you know, reservations and whatnot. Oh, made it. But it was like this very weird juxtaposition of, like, Manifest Destiny. You know, Daniel Boone was singing about gotta get a move on, because, like, people are like, there's someone 20 miles away from me. I need to be free and whatnot. Blah 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 blah. And then, like, smack dab in the middle of the play, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, this was fun and all, but we kind of, like, kicked a bunch of indigenous peoples off their land. And I'm like, wait. Like, I'm glad they included that, but, like, bruh. America. No, I had ice speed. I didn't want the ice speed. Ice speed's hard to deal with. Because the ice speeds you up. Like, you get a speed boost from going down an icy slope. And you like, instantly lose that speed boost. When, like, where you saw there was, like, a tiny little stretch of non-icy track after the icy slope, right? No. Okay. But you, like, lose it as soon as you... No, 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 no. Okay. You lose it as soon as you hit normal track. Unless you jump immediately. But if you jump almost immediately, you, like, keep half of your speed boost. It's very weird. No. Double no. Why did I choose to do this? Wow, I just freaking tanked that. Or rather, I wish I tanked it. Why are we playing Junimo card again? I accepted another cheese quest that said do it again. That's why. Chai says, "Why are we suffering? Why are we being put through this torment again?" Yep. You just have to get the score, you know, sometime while the quest is active. I wish it was you just had to get the score once and then you could, and then you were good. Ah! So I beat that ghost ship level. I'm pretty much set. Because, like, each one is worth about 10,000, and you get an extra 5,000 for collecting all three. So it's about 15,000 for... Ah! It's about 15,000 for collecting all of the fruits in the first two levels. Each. So it's about 30,000 there. And so if I... So if I beat the next two, that's an extra 20,000. So if I beat the ghost ship, I'm more or less secure. Especially since, the next one, the Goo Stompy one. I don't know, I've only played the Goo Stompy once, you know, that one time I got 50,000 in endless mode. And I managed to beat it that first try. I tried playing Journey mode. And then I found out, oh, you lose all your lives, you go back to the beginning. Like an actual arcade game. Well, frick. Someone's like, I guess technically I could have predicted something, but that was like, I don't know. All right, 5 more tries, and then I'm saying screw it for this cheese quest, cheese challenge. I'm starting to get hungry, and when I get hungry, I get angry, and when I get angry, nobody's happy. How did I manage to jump over it? Four more. Three more. My vision's like going weird. Like things that aren't moving are appearing to be moving to compensate for the fact that I've been staring at a scrolling screen for ever. Because it's like one of the... If you want to avoid the bubbles, then one of the best ways is to jump on the first 1 or 2 bubbles. 2 more, by the way. And then clear the rest of them. But if you do that, and you get unlucky, you land... Last try. You land... or rather, you don't land. Like that. Alright. Sorry, Gus, I'm not actually here to buy anything. I just had to queue the city. I can just go into the saloon whenever I want and play his video games for free. Okay, what other crud can I work on today? God, I don't even know. Let's go dig some clay up and make some more stuff. Took till update 5.0, but we finally got clay nodes. And bone ore. To the farm! Alrighty. Next what I can do is over here. Three. Okay, so this is covered by... Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. It's the spot. It's hard to tell with all these dang fruits in the way. Teleport there. The fastest way to get to my treasure chest is to teleport to my house and then teleport back and then walk. Both in terms of real life time and in-game time. That is glorious. Then I can just teleport wherever I want. Dude, when I start the evil run, like... Dang, I'm gonna be hurting without my teleporty stuff. Anybody in chat have an idea of what I should do to burn the time? Any topics they want to hear my opinion on? Let's see. Like, literally, it's just money. It's like, I could go back to Skull Cavern or maybe, like, Volcano Dungeon and just, like, get stuff. I wonder, actually, I was thinking about, like, ways to make money that don't take any time. And I was thinking, that don't take any in-game time. And I was wondering, if you go to the casino, you can't change your coins back into money, but you can change your coins into prizes. Chop down every tree in the game. Maybe. I might just. Show a ball who's boss. Because, like, there was a little trivia on the wiki that was like, the most efficient way to get money from, whatchamacallit, from the casino is to buy, like, farm totems. I don't even come here. I don't even care. To buy farm totems and then use a deconstructor to sell fish here and get all the special fish. I've already gotten all the special fish, though. I've gotten all the fish. That's the thing. Are these artichokes or yams? I might have to chip. I might have to purchase some. Oh, okay. No, I thought you were saying like the crimson fish and whatnot. And I was like, I'm not selling my I can't catch any more crimson glacier fishes or whatever. I wonder what the sell price of Legend 2 is. 10,000 G, Angler 15,000 G. So if you can like sell all my iridium, maybe. That's the thing. Like I did the math, you know. Even if I convert and sell all my iridium, it's still only going to be like half a mil. Like at this point, I'm just waiting on because once I get the ancient fruit farm up and running, clear out every single level in the mine in one day, I could decorate. That's a thing I could do. Fried eel. I totally lost what I was gonna look for. I lost my train of thought. I didn't say what I was gonna look for. I was gonna look for something and see if it was my careers. That's what I was gonna look at. I could decorate the bus stop or the bathhouse. That's true. I could just decorate. Because there's only one day left on stream before I'll break for dinner. So keep that in mind. I want to get rich quick. Dear Carl, I'd like to thank you about some information. Give you some information about an upcoming event, the Feast of the Winter Star. It's a time for the community to come together and think back on all the good fortune we've had this year. Favorite tradition is a secret gift exchange where everyone in town is randomly assigned to someone else. On the day of the festival, everyone brings a gift to their secret friend and surprises them with something special. So your secret friend is Elliot. Don't tell anyone. The feast will take place on the 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Town Square. See you then. So because Elliot loves me, I could just give him, like, nothing, right? As long as it's something he doesn't dislike. As, you know, give him whatever. And I'll still get the gift. I still can't believe they gave me the, they gave me a frickin' Leo as a recipient before he even lived there. I can just give him like a duck feather or like a pomegranate or something. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Although I don't have much of an eye for decoration, so y'all are gonna have to help me. Yeah, I need to buy some coconuts or artichokes. I think it's a couple days yet before I'm gonna have any more wine. So I got the starfruit wine and the ancient fruit itself. Should be pretty good. The ancient fruit should be doing well in terms of giving us some income. Should I get an auto grabber for my one ostrich to make sure I don't lose the egg? Inventory full. What's this poppycock? I can probably just sell my Lucky Rabbit's feats. Because, like, chi gems are nice and all, but, like, they don't really get you money. Like, there are a lot of exclusive items that you can only get with chi gems, but, like, in terms of, like, money, that ain't it. They ain't it. Could have saved that duck feather for old Ellie boy, but whatever. Okay, let's check the farm first. No, they're still. They should be doing well. What did it say about ancient fruit? It said when they had those little buds. Two days, 9 days, 16 days, 23, 28. I wish I knew when it was I actually planted those. I'm just gonna sell it. I might build some kegs and start throwing. Well, I might. That's true. Maybe I should go crazy building kegs. Let's put this back. Wood, resin. Start like putting kegs on the beach or something. Oh yeah, that's right. I need copper and iron. Do. Start putting my wood chippers to good use. Like, I could put work into doing stuff, but, like, the stuff's pretty much already done. Yeah, it would be. But the thing is, once my logic being, like, once I get, like, the ancient fruit, like, once I start selling it, like, I'm pretty sure, well, let's do the math here. Each basic level ancient fruit with tiller profession is going to give me 605. So I'm going to get at least 605 from each of them. And, like, I've got over 1,000 there. So 1,000, 605,000 each week. I'm going to be reaching. It will be a bit longer, but the question is, will it even be worth it? Or will I just, like, reach maximum capacity? Like, will I reach 10 million and then be fine? You know? Just one of those things where it's like, yeah, it would go for more. Because, like, in general with this game, like, the longer you wait to do something, like, you know, it'll be worth it. But if I put everything in, like, for example, if I waited to age everything, it would be even more. But the trade-off would be it would take much longer. Maybe I'd be a bajillionaire, but yeah, I don't know. When I go for 100% on my evil route, I'm definitely going to learn, keep a lot in mind from this run. I think I'm going to do the ancient fruit thing much sooner. Let's look up some safe spot maps. Gotcha. So what are we thinking? What should we do? I don't know. I kind of want to make the dark and evil bus stop. Should we make it like a dungeon? Dungeony? I have no clue what sorts of things are here. Dude, that's a lot. I did not realize. Email! So I'm thinking maybe like a path to the bus. What are all the evil paths I got? Iron fence. But fences erode out. Do they erode outside the farm? Wicked statue. I got a couple wicked statues, I think. Does the catalog have everything? Do I have to make some stuff? Darn it. Has all the buyable furniture stuff. Darn it. We got Pam here. No, wait. I didn't want Pam to be the I want the door to be the center. Cuz Pam will leave. Oh, that's I thought she was going to absolutely kill that Holly. I want to replace the stupid sound that your computer makes when you do something it doesn't like. The with that sound. Oh, it's rotating it. Except you can't rotate a table. No, I think this would go better sideways. Let's get 3 more. And we're gonna need those short torches. Gosh darn it. Didn't I get 3 more? Am I a bingus? No. Stop it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. What kind of torches we got? Skull brazier, stone brazier. Where's the? Wasn't there like a marble brazier? I swear there was one that needed marble. Oh, here it is. Yep, marble brazier. My head like clips through the chair. My pumpkin head. Oh, that's also not symmetrical. There we go. So now that they're standing guard to the bus, I'm probably gonna want to have to put some like like paths to the bus, maybe. Some like maybe some stone. What paths do I have available? Stone walkway floor, stone walkway floor. That looks good. That seems like a good idea. You can just grab some more stones. Of course, it doesn't really tell you how much it actually does for you, like what it looks like when there's multiple together. Does that look evil? Eh. Nope, I'm all out. Is this literally just the stuff in the town? Of course, there's no good way to make it look good when you want it to end up like this. Actually. Actually. That looks better. I wish the bus was lined up with the thing. I don't know. What do y'all think about this? Good, bad, indifferent? This walkway? Yeah. Alright, well. Shall we raid? Would you like all like me to raid someone? Find someone to raid? Let's see if there's any readily available people. I don't know. I usually just raid someone that doesn't have a lot of viewers and say, "Here, have my people." Oh God, their face is very very washed out. I clicked on someone and their face is like white, like pure like bright light white, extremely washed out. Who's a shifty blook? If you're on desktop, you can see like if you scroll down, you can see who the kinds of people I like to raid. But like not generally big channels because that's like, do you know this person, Shep? Would you like to raid them? I'm gonna take that as a yes. All right, fine, whatever. Raid Shifty Blook. I don't know this person. Raid at your own risk. It's intended for mature audiences, so keep that in mind. But in any case, thanks everybody for coming out. I will be back in an hour. But yeah, let's go for a raid then. All right, folks. See you on the other side, and we're going for the raid. Bye.